Richards here with my co-host Patrick Kirby.
Nice to see everybody.
And today we're really excited to be talking about our COP21 climate meeting change review. As many of you may know, or most of our world leaders are in Paris this week, and they are talking about climate change and what's happening, what we can do. And, we're not going to speculate on whether or not they're going to come to any conclusions, whether or not they're even going to be able to, make a significant impact.
Yeah, it'll be doubtful.
If anybody can, it's these guys. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, they hopefully, it's going to be small steps. Every major developing economy is actually fighting this stuff, and personal experiences with China. Everyone can see those pictures. It's a serious issue.
So that's why we decided to bring on pledgevideo.org, which is actually a project that we started here. And what it does is it allows companies to judge their existing carbon footprint and then how they can offset their carbon footprint using video conferencing. And there was actually an article in the New York Times this week talking about really, everyone talks about different ways they can reduce their carbon footprint, recycling, different things. The number one thing in the world that you can do as a person is to reduce your travel. Yeah. Now that's individuals, that's businesses, that's everyone. That's the number one thing you can do is just reduce your travel. So that's what we're here today to help everyone do. And we're really excited about that. I just noticed that our video needs to be flipped vertically, not vertically, horizontally, sorry. So that our logos show properly. Trying to get every little tweak done perfectly for this live stream. So, I guess what is this drone doing here? You're probably wondering. We are going to be flying this drone over our solar panel array. Our company has made a huge commitment to the environment. We're 100% solar powered. We even have a fleet of Priuses when we do have to drive. And
we've made several steps in the direction to try and increase our outreach while we're minimizing our travel.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about, the biggest thing, like we said, is reducing travel. We've done that here. We really have, and we want to show you how you can do that as well. Yeah. But we've also done other small things, such as a community garden. We do internal recycling and stuff like that. Yeah. And those are great steps for culture changing. How can we change our culture today that's obviously so broken? And teach people to be more ecologically friendly. So,
yeah. And there's a whole realm of applications here. Reducing travel is a big one. There's a new work from home culture which can cut down on that as well. There's a lot of small businesses kind of increasing their webinar trainings. One webinar that can cut down on sending 200 professionals to a conference. That's a pretty big impact.
It's a huge impact, and we're going to show exactly how you can determine that with pledgevideo.org's free online calculators. Really quickly, wanted to mention that you can call in to the number below here and voice your opinion. Tell us about how you're reducing your carbon footprint at your office. We would love to hear from you. So if you have any questions along the way, call in. So Pat, why don't you go ahead and share with us pledgevideo.org.
Yep.
And what we want to do here is we want to show the tools that we have.
Right. So this is the beginning of the website right here, and it's just just travel down the page. It really walks you through it. It's goodbye business travel. Using in relation to video conferencing and what you can do. You can see some of the numbers that we've done. In terms of reduced travel, hybrid vehicles, our solar array, which you'll see via drone here shortly, which will be pretty cool. And that's gallons of gas, almost 20,000 gallons of gas saved, 742 hours video conferencing, 244,000 kilowatt hours.
Yep, so, and we're going to show a live dashboard. It's a sunny day, beautiful sunny day here on the East Coast. We'll show you exactly those numbers from our office solar panel array.
Right. And there's a lot of talk about renewable resources. People are even governments and large energy projects, wind, thermal. There's a lot of interesting information out there.
So basically what you're looking at here, if you just scroll down a little more, Pat, is there's really just 3 steps. It's going to take you 5 to 10 minutes to get this done. And if you want to go ahead and just click on step 1, we're leveraging University of Berkeley's Cool Climate Network footprint calculator. And this is really regarded in the industry as the calculator to use because you can drill down to your specific county.
See if we can find
and you can really drill down to the type of business that you are, and they do all the legwork for you. So here we are in Philadelphia. Let's say we are a electronics manufacturer.
Where's that? Oh, sure.
Electronic equipment. We have 1 facility and 30 employees. Annual revenue of 20 million. Oh, there you go. It just populated 20 million. So there it is. It pretty much. So it's guesstimating our square footage there, which is actually a little off. We're probably around the neighborhood of 10,000 square feet. And then that goes ahead and says that as a business, on average, we're using 1,299 tons of CO2 a year. So that we need. So we're going to write that down. Okay. 1299. So we've written that down. Now let's go back to pledgevideo.org. And now let's calculate our offset. And let's see what we can do here to offset our business. Obviously, we can't offset everything, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be some CO2, but let's get started.
We as humans are just so.
And so it starts with sales travel. How many salesmen can we reduce their yearly travel? And we have 7 salespeople that we have reduced 100% of their business travel.
All right.
So go ahead and click that button, and then the plus button there, Pat.
Oh, up to 7.
Up to 7, and then 1 salesperson we've reduced 50%.
Yeah, because we do a couple trade shows with 1 person.
And then let's just do 2 people for 25% because some of our guys have been cutting back not as much.
Yeah, we still do installs. And just for sake of showing you this type of calculation as well.
So that's 38 pounds right there, or tons of CO2. Now air travel. So I would say that on average we're probably reducing 10 to 15 air travels a year. So let's go.
1 there and then 5 here.
5 here, yeah. And this is from video conferencing, so you do have to sit down with your company and say, hey, how much can we reduce?
Every business will be different.
Yeah, and you're not going to be able to use video conferencing to replace everything. Now, we never really did have any giant company events, so I don't think we have to use this. So we'll just skip that one. And that's going to total up, and it's going to say the final CO2 total is 743. Now, of course, that's not calculating the fact that we have 100% solar array as well, which is really the best thing you can do. So what you do is you go back to pledgevideo.org, and then there's a calculator below. So what the calculator does is it says, all right, what is your total carbon footprint?
1299.
Yep. And then we have our offset, which we said was 743. And then we go ahead and calculate. So what that's going to do is it's going to tell us that we've actually offset 57%. We've saved 6,500 gallons of gas. We've technically saved 19,000 trees at a 10-year maturity. And we've saved 2,000 tons of waste.
And that's important. And we're a pretty
small company.
Yeah, we're a small to medium-sized business.
We're a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
But if everyone was able to do something like this,
we're looking at you, Coca-Cola, Pepsi.
We're looking at collectively all the small businesses. Even if the large ones weren't to come.
Oh, it gives you an infograph.
It gives you an infograph. It looks like if you scroll down just a little more, we have saved 1,858 trees, 100-year-old trees.
Right.
So, we've created this website just to not because we want to sell more video conferencing. Yes, we want to sell more video conferencing. We're a camera manufacturer. But we do have a strong, position here where we want to help save the environment. It's so timely to have this webinar with everything going on in Paris.
And everyone, this is a collective effort. Everyone's got to get involved here. From small company, from individuals to large organizations. It really is a serious issue that we're going to face in the future. It's we're already seeing effects of it. global disasters, global warming. There's going to be conflict over resources. It's going to be important that we take these steps now. Because 50 years from now, it's a little late to start.
It's true. If you go ahead to let's show off. Okay, now go down a little further here. Now see, here are the badges. So once you've done this, you can actually submit your results, and we'll create you a badge that you can put on your website. So just to show and spread the word, this is an easy way. This is the easiest way to reduce your carbon footprint. There's nothing better. It was in the New York Times today. Reducing your travel is the #1 thing you can do.
Or at least get your number, right? It all starts with your number.
Figure out where you are.
Know where you are, kind of where you can save, and then what your actual numbers are for statisticians and number people like me. It's great to kind of see those numbers, that actual impact.
And we are going to be improving this website. Obviously we looked at sales, we looked at people working from home, we looked at air travel, and we looked at corporate events. There's even more things you can do with video conferencing. We're going to be improving this website, especially now that we've got it on webinar, a live show. Everyone that's watching at home.
These are traveling salesmen, right? We do it for events or going out to certain clients, but there's product demonstrations.
The whole culture shift.
Yeah, and our last webinar that we had with Doug DeVitri, screen selling, geographic limitations, right? So he was working with people in Montana, right? Just to drive from one side of the state to the other, or town to town, is a huge step. That's kind of a lot of driving, a lot of resources, just for one meeting or something like that.
So it's 1:15. We're trying to keep this down to 1 hour. We are expecting a few people.
Just want to show the dashboard.
So Pat's going to show off our dashboard here.
This is our actual
solar array.
Yeah, solar array. We can move this to the side.
Yep. Move that out a little bit.
Right.
And if you could go ahead and hi Martha.
Hey,
thanks
Martha,
for joining.
Thanks for joining. Yeah.
As you can see here, currently we are generating 42 kilowatt hours. Hi Martha, thanks for joining.
Yep. So this is what we're generating right now. There's generated to date, which is a large number, 321,000 kilowatt hours, and I think that pretty much runs our business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice. We have
showing here
26,000 gallons of gas saved.
Yep.
Once again, and this is with our solar array, which you'll see in a minute. Large companies could do the same. And
you can see here, you can actually drill down from minute, day, week, month, and year.
Here, let me do that.
So if you want it, let's just take a quick look at, the
Let's
week.
do the week. Yeah,
take a look at the week. So obviously, it was a little rain. There was some rainy days there.
Yeah.
Let's look at the year. Just see if there's.
Because it's
Oh, look at that! July went down pretty heavily for some reason. There's August, September.
I wonder if it was
might have been some
cloudy weather, rainy weather.
Either that, or there might have been some operational one downtime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was great to show.
Once again, it's all about knowing the numbers too. You
Mm-hmm.
can go. We could probably go back and compare this to the weather in June and July and see what we could find. But it's once you get your numbers, you know where you can take those steps. Numbers are important. But all right.
Okay, great. So we can stop that share. I'm going to talk a little bit about our experience with video conferencing and reducing our footprint. Pat is going to go outside, and he's actually going to light up the drone, start the drone, and get our test footage of the flying over the solar array.
All right, cool. See you guys here in a minute.
All right, great. Thanks for joining, Martha. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our, as we're waiting for Patrick to get set up, I want to talk a little bit about how our business has adopted video conferencing. So only 2 to 3 years ago, our salesmen were told to go out and cold call their clients, drive to their office, and talk to them face to face. And that was the way business was done forever until now. with video conferencing, we were able to eliminate all those gallons spent, all the money spent, and we were able to reduce our travel significantly, while at the same time being able to meet with more customers and stay in front of our customers more often. So it's been... Hi Martha, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Good.
I was looking at your presentation of the solar array information. My question is, how much power do you generate?
Sure. So I see that we basically generate 100% of our power, and we were just looking at our dashboard, which was showing that we have about 34 kilowatt hours running right now. It is a fairly sunny day, so that should, from what I'm told, we're actually overproducing. We're producing more power than we actually use, and it's actually, it's actually, some of it actually goes back to the grid, believe it or not.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Stay tuned for the live drone footage. As you can see here, we're getting geared up to do that now. So thanks for calling in.
Thank you. I will stay tuned.
All right, we're going to go ahead and launch the drone here and do the flyover. So what we're actually showing a live drone in a Zoom video conference call, which is really fun and cool. So what's happening here is Patrick has joined the Zoom video conference call with the drone connected as his camera. Pat, can you hear us, by the way? Awesome. Yeah, I think that that we might not be hearing you, but it's a small oversight on my example, so I'll just kind of talk over this. So yes, we are live video conferencing right now. Pat's flying the drone. We should have two-way communications. I did not set up my sound card properly. I could do that really quickly. Sound card. And I just need my playback to be coming from here, which it is. Let me just turn this up. Alright, let's just take a look at the audio settings. No, I can't hear you. We have roughly 38 kilowatt hours is what we're getting right now. The resolution that Pat's sending is 720p, and he doesn't have to have the top and bottom bars there. As you can see, we're showing the height and footage that all comes from the drone itself. We don't have to have that. But it is really nice to have that as part of. We decided we wanted to have that as part of the footage. So Pat is hardwired into our network. When you're live streaming video like this, you definitely don't want to be relying on Wi-Fi. So we've got that, and just imagine now. Of course, we're talking about solar arrays today and solar panels, but imagine the capabilities of using a drone to video conference. Just imagine that for a second here. Let's say that you are a manufacturer and you want to be able to show off, a new installation that you've done that's outside, or you want to show off a building. And I could see realtors using this. Sometimes foreign buyers are buying sight unseen. Imagine if a realtor could launch up a video call and show the entire property from an aerial view to their, excuse me? And land surveillance, Pat's saying here. Pat, I don't know if your microphone's on. That's the thing. I'm not getting any audio from you. Is your microphone off? Are you muted?
Yeah, sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you.
I was selected on the wrong one, that's my fault.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to do all these changes to the audio. So, Pat, let's talk a little bit about how we could use this technology. Obviously, you and I are in a video conference call now, so I could be asking you, in a video call setting, I could be asking. I'm actually going to remove Martha. Sorry, Martha, but I want to show this in a side-by-side view here. So I could be doing a video conference, and I could see this being used in sales. Tell us about how you think this could be used, Pat. Are you still?
I have land surveyors, right? So people, land surveyors. I think things like, Pico is apparently using them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So large solar projects. You got wind farms that are not easy to get out to.
Pat, can you
simple things, right? So if you're a dealership, you want to take a look at stock levels. How many cars are on your lot?
Pat, can you edit the or can you change the when you're zooming into the panels? They get very dark. I'm wondering if you can maybe change the iris a little bit so we can get a better view. There, now that's coming through good. That's coming through clear now.
Yeah, I think it's just an odd light angle from where I'm at.
Okay, I gotcha. But yeah, I mean, there's just so many ways that you could share now your drone footage, no matter what you're doing, whether it's oil, gas, land surveillance, live performances, realty sales, whatever it is. Now you can share it with the world. Now you can bring in, with Zoom video conferencing, up to 50 participants, and just start.
There's some Priuses too.
There's some Priuses. In fact, let's go ahead just to show the power of Zoom. Let's send some invitations out. Let's see if we can't get some people to join this call. I don't know if people are going to be able to. I'm just going to send out a whole bunch of invitations. And just because I want to show what it's like in a Zoom call to have a whole bunch of people join a meeting. Hey, Mark, thanks for joining.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're actually demonstrating a live drone flying in the sky during
Man, get over here.
a Zoom call.
Yeah.
We've got a live drone going here, dude. Paul Richards.
So we're actually live streaming this event right now, and we just wanted to send out a big invitation to a couple people. But yeah, that's a live drone of our solar array there.
We were just talking about this morning. Ben Grande just got a. You hear that? Yeah, it looks like the same one you got there.
Yeah, this is DJI Phantom 3 that we're streaming.
Yeah, Phantom 3.
And I mean, we just wanted to talk about, imagine the case studies here, use cases for, real estate. I mean, there's just a million ways you could use this.
It's awesome.
So yeah, we're excited about this use case. I think it's a strong one. I mean, I could see, in Montana or somewhere far away where you want to show cattle, far away, or in real estate.
Farmers use them, Paul.
Who?
So farmers will use them to go check cattle, like that exact scenario. Instead of sending out four cowboys on horseback, they send up drones now. In Texas is huge.
Yeah, you'll have to send me this information, Paul, on how you did this, so I can share with Ben too.
Yeah. Oh, no problem. It's right on live.huddlecamhd.com. There's a tab called How We Stream, and it's all laid out, all the whole wiring diagrams and everything. And then today we're doing a show on climate change, and we wanted to demonstrate our solar panel array with a live drone.
Huddle Cams?
HuddleCam, it's live.huddlecamhd.com. And there's a diagram there. Because right now, not only are we doing a Zoom call, but we're also live streaming the entire call to YouTube Live. So we've got live viewers as well.
I just want to show the back of our array here.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Guy's dad has a big, so he's got a GPS fire.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He's never used it. He's been trying to get rid of it. And every time I go They're like, yeah, come over to my house, just get it. I'll give it. You know, like I'm like,
Hey,
There we go. I muted them. They were getting a little loud and rowdy. But yeah, no, this has been a cool case study. I mean, I could definitely see the Zoom customers wanting to do something like this. It's really just a $250 frame grabber, which grabs the HDMI from the drone and converts it to USB. And then we're just plugging in the USB directly in. Pat's got his computer out. Actually, Pat, you could probably zoom in yourself at some point, but
yeah, let's do it.
so Pat's in that little vestibule right there in the front of our building. And that's where the receiver for the drone is. And the receiver has HDMI out. So we just convert that to USB, use it as our camera for our webcam, for our computer in Zoom.
Where's the how we stream? Is that the one where?
There should be a tab. It's live.huddlecamhd.com, and one of the menu items is how we stream.
And it's a PDF.
Yeah, it's a PDF. So there's the first page. The second page is the streaming part, and then the third page should have the drone information.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to Ben. Oh, very cool.
Thanks for joining, Mark. I maybe from time to time I might, when we're doing something cool, I'll send you an invite.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, thanks, Paul.
Sure, no problem. Have a good weekend.
You too, man. Bye.
Bye. So this is just showing off. I mean, I just see how easy it is to just send some invitations.
So yeah, I mean, if there's, check it out one more time. There's a Prius. There's our solar array. So yeah, if we got enough footage, I'll go ahead and land it.
Yeah, I was trying to invite Rick Fisher from Lockheed because he's all in the drones and stuff, but he's not at work.
That's all right. Here, Pat, zoom into yourself a little more. It's hard to see you.
How far can you go? What's the range?
Oh, it can go like over a mile.
Can you go around the back, Pat?
Yeah.
Go over to the inside. Salsa.
So that's where Pat is right there. He's in that little vegetable.
It's the delay's not that bad. I mean, I see him waving.
Yeah. It's supposed to be very minimal latency.
Yeah. But yeah. So, anything you got to see before I want to see before I left it?
Well, Pat, you know what? I think that was a pretty good view. Why don't you just fly up really high in the sky and look down, so we can just show people, how high you can go with these drones. Because this is kind of like the test here. Let's do a little. So it looks like you're at 150 feet. Go ahead up to like 300. Now that's our building there. You can see our parking lot, and now you're starting to see the bottom of the solar array. So it looks like at about 300 feet, Pat, we're getting a little packet loss. It looks okay.
Yeah, as long as you just don't move too much.
But it's, at 300 feet, we're seeing some lines in the video. There's a car moving across the road there. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, we got a lot going on here too.
But it's nice to test the capabilities as well.
Yeah, and if I was outside too, I'd probably have more direct lights or direct line of sight.
They do. They suggest line of sight, and you are, because it's cold today. I mean, it's the beginning of December now. I guess that's why.
Yeah, I'm just bringing it down.
All right, Pat. Well, we would like to see you safely land. That's always a good thing to see, is someone safely landing there.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to clap for you when you safely land. You can see that we were in the air for about, I don't know, 10 minutes, and Pat's battery is down to 36%. So, come on, Pat, you can land it. I know you can.
Yep, it's doing its auto land.
That was fast.
Woo! Good job.
There we go.
Safe landing.
Yeah.
So we wanted to just show off our solar array. You know, it's always just a great thing to see. Pat's having a little bit too much fun. But yeah, I think this has been a great show. I really do. There, Pat's showing off his little area there. There's his laptop, which he was streaming from.
Yeah.
And that's the EpifanAV.io we were using.
My controller. So.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pat, why don't you bring that SDI to USB over here, and we'll talk a little bit about how we did that.
Okay, yeah, let me turn it off.
So yeah, I mean, this is exciting. This is the kind of stuff we like to do. I mean, I personally, I mean, with the climate change stuff going on, it was important for us to talk about this and spotlight it. But hey, we all like to have fun. You know, flying a live drone is a fun thing to do. You know, that was actually really exciting for me. So hopefully, you were able to see live streaming of a drone. We also did live video conferencing of a drone, and we used Zoom video conferencing to do that. We're huge proponents of Zoom video conferencing here. One of the reasons why is because it's just so affordable and it's super easy to use. That's why at HuddleCam HD we're giving away a free Zoom video conferencing license with every single camera we sell. So whether you're buying the HuddleCam Air or HuddleCam 3X, doesn't matter. We'll give you a free Zoom license to get you started and off on the right direction. So that's a really great thing we're doing. And you know, partially because we want people to reduce their travel. You know, the world leaders meeting in Paris cannot do this alone. They're going to make a big step in the right direction, I think, personally. But we need collective, you know, we need collectively, small businesses, medium-sized businesses, large businesses. We need to find a way to make changes today at home, stateside, while our world leaders are in Paris. So hopefully the tools that we created, you know, here for, you know, checking out your carbon footprint and how to reduce it with video conferencing will be effective for everyone. Briefly going to let Pat come back here. He's going to show us the Epiphan frame grabber that he used to make all this magic happen. Here he is. How you doing, Pat?
Good.
Good flying. Thank you for not crashing my drone.
Yeah, right. I just brought it.
Oh, cool. You brought everything in.
Yeah,
Awesome.
In case we need to show off.
Yeah. Well, let's show it off. Let's show it off. So we've got the DJI Phantom 3 Pro, which is what you do need to make this happen. And once you have the DJI Phantom 3 Pro, you also need to purchase the HDMI adapter that goes into it. So now you can see we're coming out HDMI out of the back of this. And DJI has done a lot of good stuff lately regarding live streaming. You can actually stream directly to YouTube Live.
Yeah, they have a couple cool things.
But you can't do that with, you know, adding video conferencing and adding live streaming and all the overlays and everything we're doing here. You can just live stream the video footage to YouTube Live. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and I imagine, I kind of wonder,
sure.
Yeah, I wonder how good it is, you know, with people being in a field and using, like, you know, 4G type of connection.
I know.
But
I agree.
And YouTube Live also, you know, will dumb it down, I think, to 480 or something like that. So.
They will if they have to. I think you can stream in 1080, they say, but I just don't know how you could do that. We've had so much trouble streaming in 1080p on a hardwired network. I just don't see how you could do it with a completely wireless network. And maybe if you were on Wi-Fi, it would help a little bit. And we do have live streaming optimization tips for bandwidth. If you go to speed.huddlecamhd.com, it will actually give you a spot check on how much bandwidth your computer has directly to our servers for a spot check. And it also gives you can download tips for live streaming and optimizing your bandwidth for video conferencing. We've got a whole host of tips there. But yeah, so that's what's happened. And then Epiphan has saved us. They have an amazing 2 products. We're using 2 right now. One is a Epiphan. I don't know if we can get that or not. This is the Epiphan AV.io, and this is the Epiphan SDI. So this one actually takes HDMI and converts it to USB. This one takes SDI and converts it to USB. So zoom out now. So with the SDI, the reason why we would use that is because we have a very long run from the drone into our studio. You know, with SDI, you can go 100 meters, which is a football field.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go a football field without having to extend or amplify SDI. So that's why broadcast people love it. Mm-hmm. So this model is preferable for long distances. This model is preferable for just quick HDMI into your computer frame grabbing. Mm-hmm. So we're using the AV.io to grab our Zoom call into my computer and stream it out to YouTube Live. And then we were using the SDI model to take we were converting HDMI to SDI to make it even more confusing. Yeah. But
that's just because we didn't have
because we had to at that time. But the AV.io is $350. This is $699. Very affordable, durable, and they're very low latency. That was something Phil was mentioning in our live stream. I mean, these things are low latency, and they're just great. They're awesome products. We love them.
Yep, and practical use cases. You know, I'm kind of a practical guy. Is you do have your, farmers are using them. With climate stuff, there's very large solar projects going on in the deserts. You know, the Sahara was going to be one of the largest solar panel projects on the planet. Wind farms out in the ocean, not easy to. You got to get somebody out there to repair, look at them all, maintain them. So it's definitely a positive use case, because your engineer can be in the main office while your drone flyer is flying around.
I mean, I think if people are watching this show and they've gotten this far, I'm guessing that you guys are getting this. I mean, every industry is going to be changed by drones. There's going to be regulation. There's going to be things going on. But the ability to bring them into video conferencing, bring them into live streaming, share it with the world. Video conferencing is great because it's private. Maybe you don't want to share your video call with everyone in the world. Maybe
you got to bring in your experts.
Just your CEO or just your experts from around the world. That's where video conferencing comes in. But what if you want to live stream it?
Construction site.
I mean, there's just so many possibilities. We're actually live streaming and video conferencing at the same time, and we tied in the drones. So we want to be a resource for you guys. We've got our hands dirty, obviously, with this technology. We know how to use it. We're giving away free Zoom video conferencing with any of our cameras. I mean, we're trying to get this technology to the people.
So contact us about, if you're looking at a Huddle Cam, contact us about getting a Zoom license with it.
Yep.
You got a free month, and once you use it for a month, then you can definitely contact us about getting it for the year, because it's one of the most intuitive.
It's going to save you money. Yeah. It's not about the $15 a month that you pay for Zoom. It's about thousands of dollars.
That's less than a cell phone plan.
I know. It's incredible.
You get up to 50 users.
You have to 50 users, and now you're the host. Now you're the one spreading the good word. Now you're the one who's telling 50 other people, hey, we don't have to travel today because I have a video conferencing license, and I'm going to make the effort to reduce travel. So that's what we're hoping you guys are going to do. Don't think of us as hippies. Today is our hippie show. Today we're being the green guys. We're going to refer back to this. Pledgevideo.org is always going to be there. We're always going to support it and push it. But we want to be your technology experts. And next week we're talking about simultaneous streaming with multiple cameras using video conferencing. So every topic's different every week. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been a fun webinar.
Feel free to contact us if you have any questions. You can always go back and look at our old video conferences, our old streams. We record them and put them up on the site. We cover a lot of information. Once again, the one last week was all about screen-to-screen selling and minimizing the limits that geography can place on your business.
Yeah, that was a great webinar, by the way. If you guys have time, anyone in sales, learn how to increase your productivity using video conferencing. Learn how to get in front of your customers more. Learn how to appropriately approach the screen sharing. Establish rapport before you do. learn how to record your proposals and deliver them with a punch. All these things we covered last week with Doug DeVitri and Jay Jackson, one of the lead salespeople at Zoom Video Conferencing. So thanks for taking a moment. Everyone have a nice day, and
have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend.